Okay, we might be live. Dan Snacks, hopefully it's coming back up. Dan Snacks was saying, sorry for blowing up the stream, y'all. No. Dan, that was entirely on this side. For the record, as recently as earlier this stream, alt-tabbed out, absolutely no problem. I am not sure what happened on this side. I'm so sorry. I wanted to make sure everybody got some shout-outs, and the system was disagreeable about that, but it does look like we are. Yes, Maxine is saying reload if you don't see the stream. My apologies, everybody. I'm still dead, so we've lost very little progress. Let's see if we can jump in. As part of the shout out, I saw that Dan Snacks was playing some Darkest Dungeon 2. So, Dan, let me ask you a quick question about that, because I haven't had a chance to see very much about it. Would you agree with the statement that Darkest Dungeon 2 has addressed the problem that I and others had with the first Darkest Dungeon, where basically suffering a team wipe that could happen at any time for any reason felt like a really severe setback of progress? Because that's where I reached it, and I feel like I'm not alone in that. It was a great game. I really enjoyed playing it, but you could get yourself into sort of like a really severe death spiral where you then have to very methodically work your characters up over a very long period of time. What I've heard is that the sequel, like, took that assessment, that criticism to heart, and they decided to address that so that it's still hard, but it's not quite as punishing. Dan Snacks is saying, now team wiping is normal, so yeah, it's been inherently addressed because you only have a team for each run. Okay, that's one of those subtle little, maybe not subtle, that's one of those very specific changes that I feel like will, and we did, so as of our last save, we did get the save. That's one of those changes that I think will radically transform the way that I engage with that game. Because I felt like Darkest Dungeon was a lot of fun for a significant but specific period of time, and then once I got past that period of time, I was like, oh dear, this is extremely tough now. And Moo, thank you to Moo. Thank you for everybody for hanging out. I'm so sorry that it crashed earlier. It's been an interesting stream today. I encountered some sort of like display problems that weren't evident on stream, and then we had that crash, which was fun, but hopefully we are back up 100% now. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to, for this section, just get over my general distaste of using lots and lots and lots of ammo. Okay, now let's try not to get nibbled. I don't know if they can get me out of the water. Okay, nope, and they expire after a few moments. But now... Oh, yeah, he probably went on break. This is fine. Dan Snack says, it's still extremely punishing and still includes permanent progression aspects which they retooled in the latest large patch. You can now build up from run to run. The challenge level and punishment are still extremely high. Yeah, see, I don't mind losing progress. My level of objection with the Darkest Dungeon was losing that much progress. Okay, so that is what we want to aim at. It's a little eyeball cover. I don't... Nope, that didn't work out the way I wanted. I really don't think that shooting fire at the water monster is gonna work out for me. Also, whoops, let's have some healing. Oh, Maxine's got to take off. Maxine, thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you have a great night. Spatman saying the liquor and Mr. X torso that you asked for weren't there because the liquor was busy licking Mr. X's torso. He probably tastes delicious. Mr. X does. That's probably why they were inventing this. Cool. Hold on. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Is this can't be a good idea, right? The amount of ammo that this is costing to get past this one guy? Unless we step into like a full-on military armory, this... Oh. Oh, he's waiting for me. Can you turn slightly? Okay. Hooray! Okay. Whether or not this save counts is going to be contingent on what we find on the other side of this, because boy howdy was this an expensive way to get to this door. Okay. But yeah, unless there's been a major development that I haven't heard about, the Darkest Dungeon 2 is still in early access, and I am really glad for people like Dan Snacks and Jason McMaster, and I'm sure many others who like engage with these games in early access and then go ahead and like provide feedback to the developers, because those of us who wait for the final product benefit so much from your participation and the feedback that you give, as well as like the crash reports and everything else. Okay, so do I have a knife? I do. Okay, well, let's see if we can make sure we don't get Achilles tendons every time. Okay, no, that's fine. Then put it down, Claire. We don't have to examine it. I trust you. It's broken.
Asshole.
Okay. Salmon loved Darkest Dungeon 1, but after it did me wrong, I have no interest in Darkest Dungeon 2. See, unlike movies, where... You know, if you don't like a movie and then you hear the same writer and director coming back and, you know, they're reuniting, I can think of like, yeah, I probably wouldn't check that out. But with a game, if there's a sequel to a game... Oh, by the way, huge upgrade here to the inventory system. Very glad about that. It is... I am absolutely willing to give a try to a game that I may not have liked its predecessor, but game series so frequently have an upwards trajectory that I feel pretty good about giving them a try. Yeah. Sorry, I know that I'm like checking out this area very thoroughly, but I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything good. Son of a bitch! Alright, I mean, do we want to try the old grenade launcher? No, I don't. Bye. Well... Now what? Can I like make some sound over here and then he'll run over here? I felt like if I shot a grenade into the doorway, what was gonna happen is... Yeah, I'm totally out of ammo for this. What was gonna happen was I was gonna set a very small pool of fire that was going to maybe damage one guy, and then all of his friends were gonna be completely unbothered by it. And then by the time I decided that was a bad call, Okay. Why do so few of these safety workers, why did they come to work without carrying large amounts of ammunition in their pockets? Incredibly rude. Thank you to Fox McCloud, who says good shooting. Okay, so here's the rook piece, but if I take this, like, does something else shut down? Probably. Great, okay. Okay.
Hell is up with you.
Oh my god, you guys, they both came back to life. That's gotta be both of them, right? I mean, it has to be. I heard one of them shuffling around. He came back to life. He came out the door. We dispatched him. What got me was then the other dude decided that, yeah, I'm also up for some more Claire. Ronan is saying that he might do a proper playthrough of Darkest Dungeon.
Bitch.
It feels really nice to get lucky once in a while like that. Those critical hits that you know that guy's never getting back up. Well, hold on. I did want to see what was across this bridge. Since we need the rook piece. Let's check out the water injection chamber. Seriously. Nope, we need a key. So, do we leave the... Probably we leave the rook piece in place until we find the key, because we know we're going to want whatever's in there. Spatman says, while Resident Evil 2 is indeed my favorite Resident Evil so far, the word favorite is doing some heavy lifting there nonetheless. I've heard mixed things. I know that people were really excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake, and then when they... Wow, okay, I will definitely take a new knife, thank you. Is it equipped? It is. When Resident Evil 3 remake came out, I feel like the general feedback was, man, this is awesome for like 6 hours and then you've done it all. Like it's very, very short relative to the content available in this game, and it was like the same price and people were nonplussed by that. Wait, there is something here. No, there's something on the other side. Claire, you've got thin arms. Just reach through. Fox McCloud is noting. What happened?
No, fuck this.
Well, that's just great. I didn't know that you could fall down that. Okay. And I think this puts us back down... No, this is just down at the bottom of the elevator. Okay, yeah, this isn't that bad. I mean, unless those zombies came back to life. That's workroom lift. And that's control room with the dial lock. Okay. The people who really impress me, like, I feel like I played this through as Leon, so I, like, made it okay. And have a better than average chance of probably making it through this second run as well. The people that really impress me are the people that played the original Resident Evil 2, because I feel like that game is pretty far past my skill set. The puzzles are so obtuse. It feels like there's so little. Maybe this is just my memory from the first Resident Evil, but there's so little information to inform you about where you're supposed to go, where the puzzle piece is relative to where you're trying to get to. So is there anything else up here? No. Yeah, the only thing is down this way, and that takes you down there. Okay, so I guess that's a faster way down. But yeah, without the rook piece, there's no way into this area to try to get there. So since I don't see a key here, we can leave this area. Yeah, there's we don't have the key for that lock yet. Spatman saying the Resident Evil 3 remake is not only shorter and more expensive, but also more infuriating than Resident Evil 2. It was overall a fucking audacity, especially when compared with 2. Yeah, see, I've never played it one way or the other, so yeah. So this is a different door that also requires the same key, it looks like. I mean, like, normally I'd, like, give this guy a couple slashes with the knife, but we can't possibly expect that that's going to do anything against his tack gear. Okay, we'll just hope that he stays down. And if he doesn't, then, I don't know, we'll just yell at him a lot. Okay, hey, we found our first digital video cassette. No, this is not the other side where we saw that ammo. That garbage looked a little bit different. No, Foxcloud was saying to check them, but I don't... Well, let's look. Hold on. Now, wait, what's in this area? Oh, it's the plug slot there, right? Like, that's the only thing that's in this area, because I checked everything else up there pretty good. I hope so. So, I can't get down here without shooting this guy to death. I feel like... I feel like these guys are incredibly expensive from an ammunition standpoint to get past. I don't suppose there's some mechanic where they're like a T-Rex or praying mantis, you can just sort of like walk very slowly, and then they won't know that you're here. We're moving past a graboid in Tremors. What is down here? Well, it's got that ammo. I don't have that gun on me right now, but I definitely want it. Killin is saying it's been a while since he beeped, so if you didn't react to it before now, Moo, dinner may be a tad charred. I don't actually know if this is working, but I'm going to just move slowly through this area. This is great so far. I'm not getting monster slimed. I felt so good coming into this area. Like 200 submachine gun bullets. Okay. When I first played this as Leon, I never once ever considered like moving slowly to not get attention. And now between Mr. X... Oh, shit! Okay, then any other weapon, then. So, how do I avoid these guys, do you think? Just bob and weave? I mean, I can't shoot them. They're way too fast. They're way too small, and I can't afford the bullets. Do go up, though, Claire. Oh, shit. No, go back up. This is like cat and mouse, except the cat is a puma. And the mouse is missing a leg. What am I trying to get to, by the way? Do we have... Yeah, we don't know what's down here. It could be like a turn crank, and then I bet there's something cool down here as well. The only thing is that he's going to pop up right in front of us. Well, while we're walking, we are now a couple weeks out from the Extra Life Marathon. Very much looking forward to that. Okay, but then what, man? Like, so that's it. That's all of the ammunition that I have in the whole world. Maybe we just run past him while he's puking up little babies? Could I have... Wait, could I have done this the whole time? Oh my god. Well, I've got... So, seriously though, guys, I think I need to reload because you cannot, in a game like this, expend every piece of ammunition and then just keep going like you're fine. Yeah, so if we... Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload that checkpoint. Because I don't think this is a survivable situation. Expend every piece of ammo on some guy that I should have just run around. Yeah, even this isn't looking super great, but it's not as bad. Batman says, I think the little ones dies after they attack once, so provoke an attack and make it miss, and they should all be dead. Yeah, the trouble is, they're speedy, and I've had trouble efficiently dodging them. Wait, this is... What now? Hold on. Wait, stop. I did left bumper, by the way. Wait. What is this? What part of the game was this where there's like... Oh, I didn't slash this guy this time. Okay. Alright. I don't mind making mistakes, but I'd rather they be new mistakes. I didn't realize that I hadn't gotten this stuff yet. Okay, yep, that happened. Okay, now we know on the other side of this door there's some bad dudes. Oh, well, Claire, just throw the lock again then. I don't think there's a relock button. Oh, and my knife is broken, so this is cool. Well, at the moment, the door's a pretty good choke point.
Damn it.
Okay. Of course there's another guy. And another guy. Okay, let's just cut to the chase, though, right? Like, we all know... Guys, I don't know. So what's a better plan here? Is it like shoot them in the legs and then run past them? I feel like this area it's very narrow, so the whole like run around them that we did in the police station, that is a less viable option, and yet there's too many of them to shoot. So, or at least the way that I shoot them, which is at least aiming for the head. Ronan's saying they got a nice chunk of angel meat there. Before we go, let's I feel like I'm missing some health items that I had earlier. Is that... That's interesting. I didn't use any. Okay. Nope, he definitely comes back up. Yeah, this feels really bad. There we go. I do not know if this game is an example of it, but I do know that in other Resident Evil games, like, when you've gotten all the unlocks and you make it to the end, there's like, I remember in Resident Evil 4, for example, there was, what was it, the typewriter? Was it called the typewriter gun? What was it called? But it was basically like a 1950s style, like Tommy gun. Like that the Mafia would use. And it just had like basically infinite bullets and infinite stopping power. It was just like, it was the god tier weapon that you could just like blast through the entire game. The third person shooter that you always wanted, you can just like act with impunity. And it was like, it's like the last thing that you get to be able to do these like super high end like speed runs and stuff. Viewer for Don is asking, what difficulty is it that you're playing? Does this game... That's a good question. Normal? Right, like not hardcore. So if you're looking at this and saying like, man, you are in some rough shape. Yes, correct. This has been going downhill. So what this has done is this has brought us to an area where we were previously, but in a much better condition on a previous load. Okay, let's go down here. We're going to see what's down here. Yeah, I almost asked there,
creepy.
Are there difficulty levels? But then, yes, when you start up the game, there's like easy, normal, which is what this is, and then hardcore, where I think it's hardcore that you can only save if you have like a typewriter ribbon. Yeah, and then we've got this whole situation. So, I cannot survive this. We have expended most of my ammunition. Yeah, I've got some submachine gun bullets, but what we have to do is find a less lethal way through all of this. So rather than loading my autosave, we're going to load my last actual save, which even then is probably not going to be great, but at least we'll be able to like try to work forward from here. Samlander hates limited save mechanics. Let me put it this way. I can think of very few games, and actually right at this moment I can't think of any, but there have been games that have engaged with that, and I've enjoyed them, but usually if there's an option to not have limited saves, I'm gonna go for that. Just because I feel like limited saves, that's the mode that I feel like you want once you have a general understanding of how the game flow works. you know, you've played through it once, you understand more or less what to expect. Maybe you're trying it on a harder difficulty level, like a hardcore mode. And then it's like, okay, now I'm okay with limited save mechanics because I sort of understand what I'm in for. Here, even though it's the second run, man, I don't remember what we did like 2 years ago or whatever. So this might as well be a first run for me. Kierlun is saying that space engineers are among the best that he's ever seen. Yeah, space engineers, like, you have to... Here's the thing about the limited saves in space engineers. Like, you can't just save anywhere at any time. You do have to have access to, like, a bio bed or whatever. But then you can sort of, like, set your respawn point. And you can only have one, so you really want to think about where it is. Okay, now... Yeah, so this is the point at which I'd want to go over to Workroom Lift, and that, by the way, was where our last autosave was. The alternative is... What? Hold on. Now, was there another way for me to try to do this? There was. Yeah, let me see what's over here. Spatman's asking, saying, wrong, Grumpy, who do we blame? Is that for, Grumpy says, I didn't do any of the things I was planning to this weekend. Grumpy, that replace weekend with my whole last week at work, and that's how my last week at work went. I got a lot done, but none of it was the stuff that I had intended to do. It was one of those weeks where... just a lot of other stuff happened, including some stuff that went pretty dramatically wrong. Yeah, see, here's that key that we just picked up. So... yeah.
Okay. This place is creepy.
I feel like this little guy doesn't bother me. He just sort of, like, goes on to live his best life, and that's fine. He can go do that. I don't...
Jesus. They're everywhere.
Okay, and then... So, if I go down there, that puts me into the pit with the other guy. Do I... You know, what I'm thinking is, maybe I'll go back and save the stuff that I've picked up, like the key. And you know what? Hold on. Guys, it just occurred to me. The label on the key, that's to the... No, that's to the sewer. It's not to the water treatment place, unless that's what that means, the no entry zone. All right. If we go this way, where does this lead out to? Right, this is, we think that there might be another turnstile on the other side, but we're not there yet. Before getting a little bit distracted, I was starting to talk a little bit about the Extra Life Marathon. So this year's Extra Life Marathon is going to be happening on November 5th into the 6th, and it will run for like actually functionally it's about 25 hours. That's because it takes place on the day that we here in the United States are moving our clocks back an hour. So one of the hours from like 2 to 3, I guess, or so will be repeated. So it will, in function, actually last for about 25 hours, but 24 hours according to what your clock says. And if everything goes according to plan, the first shift will be Samalander, who will then raid over to Drienne, who will then raid over to Sorry BTR. No, sorry. Drienne will be going to Mia and Patikin. Then they will be raiding to Sorry BTR, then to Chivalry, and then I'll be taking the morning shift that should close us out. And all of us will be playing for one or another of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals that provide medical assistance to families that have sick kids. It could be lymphoma rather, leukemia, childhood diabetes, spina bifida, scoliosis, any sort of like severe scoliosis, any sort of things that would require medical treatment for, you know, young kids and adolescents. And these services are then provided free of charge using, at least in part, some of the funds that are provided by the Extra Life Marathon. So it is a fantastic cause. It's something that I look forward to every single year, and that is coming up here in just a couple weeks. What is today? The 16th, I think, is today. October 16th. So we really just got a couple weeks left. And the great part is that with this number of people, like the first year, we were doing, you know, really long shifts, which were a lot of fun. Like, I had a great time with it. The second year, we brought in some additional people. I think that was when we added Samalander and Drienne. So everybody's shift was a little bit shorter. And this year, with the addition of Sorry BTR, it'll be, you know, we'll have a nice steady rotation of different people, different communities, and different games that'll take us all the way through the entire length of time. And I don't think anybody is going to be doing like a 9-hour stream. So it'll be a great variety and not any one person sort of like getting really run down by the whole thing. So I think it's going to be a great time. Grumpy is saying, I can't wait for shifts overnight. Gruff, just a couple of words. Yeah, Chivalry tends to be a little bit on the quiet side as he's playing, but he's like the stream that he does is super valuable because, look, it's not strictly required that it's a 25-hour stream, that you go for 25 hours straight, but the fact that he's willing to take that graveyard shift and take us through the dead of night so that, like, with the way that Samalander, Drienne, my jobs work, you know, Sorry, it's just very, very difficult for us to take that shift and not wind up with... I'm so sorry. Do I know what's up there? I don't feel like I do. Yeah. So I'm going to go up the lower waterway. I just don't remember what's there right now. So the fact that... Chivalry is able to take that shift for us is so valuable. And I personally love having his Borderlands 3 stream. I assume it'll be Borderlands 3 or maybe Tiny Tina's, but probably Borderlands. I love having that up in the background throughout the night. Now, I do also like to point out, look, we would absolutely, you know, it's fantastic if you guys donate to one of our streams. But ultimately, the point is to raise the money for the Children's Hospital. So if what I just described sounds like something that you're interested in, but like just for whatever reason, for any reason, for no reason, you're like, well, I definitely want to give money, but maybe I want to frequent somebody else's stream. Like there'll be, in previous years, I do not know what their plans are this year because a lot of things have changed over the last 12 months, but like Game Informer would do a big 24-hour stream. Giant Bomb would do sometimes a much more than 24-hour stream, 25-hour stream. So yeah, this just sort of took me all the way around. And then we got the dial lock, which is, as far as I know, the only thing in here. The point is to raise money for the children's charity. So, as I tend to say every year, we would like it if you donated to one of our streams. Like, that gives us a ton of motivation to do it. It means so much when you have a small group of like small streamers that are getting together and do this, and all of your donations, all of your chat messages, all of you hanging out in the chat, just in the chat room, even just lurking. Hold on, what's down here? This takes us back to monitor room, I think. Okay, so it just sort of like clarifies that we've done all of that stuff. All of that participation, even the passive kind of just being there, gives us so much motivation to go through. Like, it is very difficult to describe. And I don't, in this reality, have the video cassette. Right. But I do have the key, and I very much want to find what the key goes to. So that's a big keep out. And then this is just the chess piece puzzle. All right, well, I didn't think that any of that cost me nothing, so... Grumpy saying next year, Moo's doing a 24-hour stream flying Legos. Oh, but what I was gonna, just to finish off that thought, if you participate in my stream, like hang out and stuff, but ultimately like give your donation through Salamander stream or Mia's stream or Chivalry stream or anybody else, that's what it's all about. I promise you guys, it is all about the raising the money for the charity. That is the big deal. And I do just like to point that out because I don't want anyone to feel pressured to participate in a certain way. I think I have to go here, right? And then that brings us up to workroom, which then brings us to water injection chambers. Now, there are some stairs here, but I don't think I can get there from here. At least I don't know how to get there from here. So, yeah. We're going to take this stair down, and then I'm going to have to figure out some way past this water monster. Moo says, Chivalry shot a living creature on Mia's stream today, and we all heard it. I'm not messing with him, that's for sure. Yeah, I think it was like a coyote that was coming to, like, bug them. Yeah, that's the other way that I went. And then we went up that way, which led to that. To control room. And dial lock, which I can't really do anything with. Okay. We have made some progress. Like, you know, we made some progress and then saved it. But here's my problem. Can I, like, sprint past this guy? Oh! No, keep moving, though, Claire. That's fine, though. Okay, I got bumped, but I'm not sure that I took very much in the way of damage. Could I have run past if I'd been faster, do you think? Because now he sort of, like, lives here, and this channel is so narrow, I just don't see a pathway to get past him. Maybe an incendiary round. Like, that's gonna, like, bug him a bunch, doesn't it? Okay, can I dodge? Nope. No, that went bad. Okay. Wait, Carolyn is saying OMG. Is that to the, Chivalry taking a shot at a coyote? What I'm not sure is, did he hit the coyote? Did he, like, chase it off? But, yeah, they had a coyote that was, lurking in their area. So, I feel like I need to get there. And I also feel like I can't get there. Is there any other way to... Wow, no, there's not. Is there any other way to water injection chamber? We want to get up to workroom 1. There's a whole bunch of stairs. That's upper waterway, but I feel like I can't get there. Yeah, that's the super long staircase that goes up there, and that door is not openable from that side. So that definitely doesn't work. And then how about this set of stairs right here? That goes to lower waterway, which is, again, at the other end of this. And I can't go up there because that's like the drop-off. That's the downslope. So I must go down this channel. I really don't know. Moo says, many people heard the noise and Mia even commented on it, and then does confirm that it's dead. And hello to Jody K, who says it sounds like he hit it. Jody's asking Moo if she has looked in Discord. Moo's saying because he said he'd make Mia a fur toga. I can't remember exactly what piece of clothing. And Mia was like, well, as long as it's not wasted. I would feel better about it. Like, I would know, like, if you knew how to, like, butcher a coyote and, like, serve it, that would be okay, I think. Apparently, Moo needs to look in critters on the answer of whether or not there's a picture. I don't know. I feel like I have so little ammo to mess with this thing. You know what I think that I might need is the high capacity gun. Maybe that's what you need to get past these guys. Okay, so here's what I know for sure. And actually, you know what? We just saved it. So let's skip the run back. I am in the save room. Let's grab the high capacity gun. Yeah, let's grab this guy. I've never fired a high capacity round. And we're gonna see what this gets us. As soon as I remember my way out of here. All right. Yeah, I think we go upstairs now. Oh, Jody K is clarifying that it is pics of the sandbox kitties. Jody K is saying that she wouldn't eat coyote and a lot of different things, but carnivorous mammals, nope. Too many things they can have that we can get. Along with most wild omnivores, I won't eat. Yeah, if it's a health risk, then I wouldn't want it either. I've never like, as far as I know, I've only eaten animals that were prepped and readied for slaughter from birth, like, you know, cows and stuff. Cows. I don't know if fish count. So, hold on. Let's do this. Let's equip this. Oh, and you know what the first thing I'm going to do? Let me just see if I can run past him. Oh, yeah, okay. This is great. That's fine. Hopefully I never have to come down here again. Let's just go ahead and do that. Jody K is saying that wild boar would have to be... And see, the other thing I don't know about, like, wild animals is, like, how do you know if they've got parasites or whatever? Like, I have no idea. Oh, shit, this is a really bad room for me. Okay. Well, let's, spend some knife swings. Okay, was there anything else in this room? Yes, there is. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Yep, that's... I didn't need that chin. That's great. Just chew right through the jeans. Okay, with our... He's still kicking. Okay, now here, the lock is still engaged. So, I guess we'll try to find out, can you shoot through the window at them? Assuming that they show their faces. Okay, great. All I need is, like, split-second reflexes to hit something that is, like, gray on black. Okay. I really feel like I can't shoot them through the window. Okay, but you don't have to open it. We're just gonna unlock it. Now they know the door's open, so...
Fucking hell.
Awesome. Sure, just most of the misses. Okay, was this the correct key? Let's find out. It is. Okay, what did we get for all of that ammunition? What did we pick up? We've got some gunpowder. We've got better gunpowder. And that's actually it. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to say no to gunpowder, but it does feel a bit dire. This will be fine. Yep, no. The only thing better than getting bitten by a regular zombie is the ones that are on fire. I don't know if I took damage there. I assume I did. So, time to take some health? Like, we know there's more out there. Jody K is saying, I've had wild boar, venison, savanna monitor lizard, dove quail, and also feels like there's more, but can't remember them all. Had the chance to have wild hedgehog, but couldn't do it. Bought it from the kids offering it to me and let it go once they were gone. Oh, like they sold you a live hedgehog? I'm not sure that I could do that either. Oh, shit. Okay, well, then we're definitely taking this, because I don't want to die right now.
Seriously?
I'm just gonna get out of here, because he's not dead. Seriously, though. Just climb up my full and complete body. Okay, well, fuck all these guys, because now they are on the other side of that bridge. Is there any reason that I'd ever... Shit. Yeah, there actually is. Man... And by the way, I was fine, and when that bloody-faced zombie grabbed me from the floor, now I'm back to danger. Which is just... It's great. It's the best. Where's my key? There it is. Jody K is saying that in the African country where she was, they supplement their diet with meat. It's not the... But it's not the primary part of the diet. Yeah, I feel like I personally am pretty good with, like, pretty happy with a variety of different food sources. I don't frequently have meat. But that's mostly that I like other things rather more. Okay, that's not something that we can interact with. Okay, we've opened up this little passage. And then this goes... someplace unknown. Well... Jazz Festival Flyer. Oh, look! Look, look, look! It's the dial code. SZF. See how the buttons are, the letters are circled? SZF. I am not going to remember that. Where would we... Wow, I left behind some high-powered rounds. Great. The dial lock was... right there. I no longer know where that is relative to where I am. Like, I'm here, it's over here. I don't actually remember how to get to that. Carolyn is saying to Moo, the amount of meat on it is being monitored, so it should be stored somewhere. Oh, is that the monitor turtle or whatever it was? Okay, well, let's find out where this goes. I do have 1 green herb. I prefer to save it until I can combine it with a red herb. Okay, where has this spit me out? This is, well, it's someplace new. Next to a special weapons case. Moo is putting the code into chat, SZF. Thank you. I hope that we can remember that when we get there. Can we... Okay. So we can discard this key. It's not it. And otherwise, this is locked away. So we will... Let's discard the key. All right. And... we'll just have to remember that this weapons case is here because unless their security protocol are like super weird, they probably did not put the key at the top of this staircase. Adjudicating the monitor lizard. I have a picture of it I can share. I took a photo after I bought it from the villager who brought it to me since I said I had not seen one yet. Yeah, I've had like squid and or octopus, like I've eaten that, but it was so long ago that the only memory that I have about it is that it tasted like the butter in which it was fried and was otherwise very chewy. Those are the only Okay. Wait, where is that? Holy shit. How... Alright, let me just go back and get that, because there were some, apparently some... high-powered rounds down here. Where are these? In the next room over. Wow. Okay. Now I got those. Alright. I need to start checking the rooms as I'm moving through them on the map, rather than just assuming that I can see with my eyes. Jody K loves squid, loves goat, lamb is good. Lamb, I haven't had a lamb of any variety since I was very young, and my memory at the time was that I did not enjoy it. That might be different now. Ditto for veal. Veal always had sort of an odd aftertaste. And then, of course, you learn as you get older how veal is made. I think it's veal, isn't it? And it's like, oh, yeah, no thanks. That's veal, right? Isn't veal, like incredibly inhumane in the way that it's made? Typewriter? Do I want to go to here? I mean, sure, because I can get, like, a red herb. Someone's saying veal is baby cow. What's the one that's like basically a lamb or something that it's like the liver of a lamb that's like basically tied down and not allowed to move for like the first year of its life, and then they butcher it? Isn't there some like anyway, I'm not sure that we want to get super deep into like the miseries of modern food production, but some of it's pretty dark. Well, I could go back to develop the film since I'm here. I didn't mean to come all the way back, but since I'm here. Oh, whoops, those were more high-powered rounds. Let me take those back out. Take out all 8. I still need that. I don't want to put this away unless I do. Let's put the large gunpowder away. We will move that. Oops. Sorry. I'm going to say this is enough inventory space for right now. However, what I definitely want is a green and red herb because I'm in a bad way. So we're going to take out, close, Y, combine with that. And now, I mean, I'm going to save it first, but unless... Oh, hey, Mr. X is gone. Like, I mean, I know that we knew that, but it's going to be way easier to get around right now. Jody K saying most veal is dairy bowl calves. Not everyone keeps them in inhumane ways. Well, that's nice. Jody K does not like liver. Someone is saying there's ethical ways to make it, but it's really expensive that way, so people don't mind and just force feed the goose. Oh, is that it? The goose liver? Foie gras? Foie gras? I'm probably mispronouncing that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. So my goal here would be to get to the dark room, which with Mr. X gone should be pretty easy, because he was always the great menace. There are zombies around, but most of them are going to be easily circumvented. Okay, and now up over here. Yeah, I do have it in my inventory. Again, not sure if it's critical, but we'll turn off the light. And this is named Hiding Place. Okay. A picture of a desk with like an overturned thing and then like a jukebox. I guess if we see those things, then we'll know to check them for, like, new stuff. But I'm not going to remember to do that. Like, just bad news. Ronan is saying, just kill Mr. X. Oh, he's very dead. Yeah, we weren't the ones that did it, but that got taken care of. So now we have full run of the police station that haunted us for so long, including the library. We could head up there and try to find out what, if anything, is left to check out. And what was this? Oh, the crank handle slot, which would let us into the generator room. Do we want to go do that? Shit, it's better than going back to the sewers, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's do the following things. We're going to save it. And then, like, I can't survive another hit of any variety. So let's just use that. We'll get back up to full health. And it's irresponsible to go out without some sort of healing. I don't know if we've got a knife in here. If anybody sees a knife, call it out. Yeah, let's grab a first aid spray. It's nice and compact. Yeah, I don't see any more knives. Spatman is offering to say where the hiding place photos go to. Spatman, I'm gonna say so let me ask you something. Well, no. I was about to ask, is the thing that I get there so good that if I don't get it, I'm really gonna be in trouble? But I'm not sure that even that I want the answer to it, because then that's going to put me under a lot of pressure to get it. I'm going to say that if I am able to find it, then I will get it. Now, there is a desk in the sergeant's office here. If we sort of kite this guy to the far side of the room. Come on. That should give us a chance to see if this is one of the hiding space rooms. Doesn't look like it. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, come on. Spatman, let me ask you a question, because I do feel like this might influence my desire for spoilers. The, whatever you find at the hiding spot, if we, like, run that down, is it like a green herb, or is it like, okay, here's 50 bullets of some kind? Like, is it really valuable, kind of valuable? Without saying what it is, where would you place its overall value? Now, these guys are probably only pretending to be dead. But there's something in this room that I've never found because I've always been chased by Mr. X. And I'm betting that it's... Yeah, we can't move this. Wait. Oh, hold on. Okay, bullets. There we go. All right, I mean, that was definitely worth coming in here for. All right, that feels good. Now our entire police station is all blue. If we go over to the other side here, yeah, this is an easy run. We'll be able to use the crank handle. Ronan, thank you very much for the Jeremy. Yeah, I thought it was going to be in that ending bookshelf, but I thought that we had to, like, slide it aside. I remember that I was, like, trying to move it when Mr. X was after us. And that's the one of those, like, in the stacks that you just can't move. All right. And, yeah, here's our crank handle. Lift up this shutter. Oh, no, this is a different handle, isn't it? Okay. Yep, that's a whole different handle. That's crank handle, not, like, tool handle. All right. We didn't have to go too far out of our way to be reminded. All right, so is there anything else in this area that we want? And then that's sent back down to the bottom. I don't know if we ever figured out that locked door, but even if we did... No, what am I saying? The only key that we had is, was for the sewers, and we used that on the 2 doors that it fit. So, yeah, we've done everything that we can in here for now. It's back down to the sewers. Spatman is saying, if I remember correctly, at least one of them is definitely more valuable than a green herb, but is it more valuable than 50 bullets? Depends on your view, I guess. Okay, Spatman. Can we narrow it down to a zone? Those desks, are they in the police station? Or are they in the sewers? Which I'm not doing a very good job of getting to. There we go. Because if they're in the sewers, then I'm rather more likely to find them since that's where we are. If they're in the police station, I've been through that area so many times at this point. All right, we're going to save the fact that we went to the dark room and got the photographs. Oh my goodness, hello to Fen Almighty and everybody raiding over. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Sunday evening. I am doing a... I'm making an attempt to play the second run of Resident Evil 2 Remake here on the PC. I hope that you guys had a great stream. Fendel Mighty and, yes, Farah Doxson, I would very much love to do a shout-out. However, when we got a raid a little bit ago, I did a shout-out and it crashed the whole stream. The whole thing fell out. So, if any mods are available, it would be great to do a shout-out. And otherwise, what I can say to, Fen Almighty is you can put a link directly to your Twitch page right in here. You are welcome and invited to do your own shout out because I can assure you I would do it, except the stream very much disliked it when I did that earlier. So somebody's done it, which is great. So who was able to put that in? Well, whoever did it. Oh, was it Patikin? Patikin saw the raid. Patikin, thank you so much for doing the shout-out. Yeah, and Fen Almighty saying thank you for that. No, Fen, thank you very much for the raid. So for anybody who's sort of like in chat or watching the VOD at some point in the future, this is an opportunity to meet new friends. And anytime we get a raid from somebody, one of the things that I want to make sure is that they feel good about who they sent their audience over to. So, yeah, I'm not doing very well in this particular episode of Resident Evil 2, but that has not dampened our spirits, and I hope that you had a great time playing. I want to see if I can click on this, because I want to see if I can just see what all was being played. Give me just 1 second. Let's see if we can open that up in a new tab. Sorry for the dead air, just while I take a look, because if it's a game that I've played, it looks like it might have been... Well, that was from 7 days ago. I wonder what you were playing today. This is great. This is riveting. I'm doing an awesome job of it. There we go. Hold on. So it looks like it might have been... Well, you've certainly been playing some Resident Evil 2 recently, but also some Final Fantasy 14, which I will tell you this. The only reason that I have not played Final Fantasy 14 is that it would consume my life. It's one of those games that I haven't played, but that I know for a fact I would get so deep into that it would preclude me from playing other games. That's one of the highest compliments that I can give to a game. I want to play, like, I know that I would like it so much that it would be disruptive to everything else that I want to do. But as a result, I've been sort of like setting that aside. How do you, let me ask you a question about Final Fantasy 14. What's your main? Oh, and Fen Almighty is doing the, sort of the opposite play. So this is the Claire B scenario. It looks like Fen Almighty was just playing this too and started the Leon B scenario. Faradoxin is saying it's consuming my life already, so you're right. Yeah. Here's the thing that intrigues me about Final Fantasy 14. It's the way that everybody talks about the quality of the story. If you guys hang out, one of the things that you'll see here is that we tend to play a lot of games that have a story element. Not all of them, not every time, but a lot of them. Lots of story. And I love engaging with the characters, with the plot, and, like, you know, we talk about what happens and what we think is going to happen. And if Final Fantasy XIV has a great story, then I'm going to be motivated to go much deeper into it than I do into most games. Most MMOs, at least. Oh, how do I... and that's that, you know, basically I'm waiting for a period in my life when, like, I just need to fill a lot of time, and preferably can do so with friends. And once that happens, yeah, see, I needed this guy to, like, spend some time puking up babies, and then maybe we can run past him real quick. Yep. Go. Ronan is saying that Final Fantasy XIV is good times. Oh, and thank you for the follow as well. Sorry if there's a bit of distraction. This place sucks. Really dislike the sewers. Yeah, let me just not be in the water right now. Fen Almighty says it's slow going at first story-wise. Hearing it picks up and gets really good, though. Definitely worth a go, especially if you have some friends to play with. And that's the other thing. Like, I know it's like a meme, basically, that, like, oh, Final Fantasy XIV, you know, gives you free all the way up through Heaven's Word or whatever it is. But, like, seriously, that's a really good selling point. That's got to be, at least for me, the way that would work out is dozens, if not hundreds of hours of completely free entertainment before you reach the point where the game holds out its hand and says, hey, if you want to keep going, you know, let's talk this through. So, what the hell is down here that I didn't already get? Yeah, as Ronan says, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with an expanded free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, and the award-winning Heaven's Word expansion pack up to level 60 for free with no restrictions on playtime? Yeah, like that's the joke of it, but also that's true. Like that's like saying, hey, by the way, did you know that there's, you know, I don't know, Netflix is, this is not true. The next thing I say, Netflix is giving away like 6 months of free stuff. Like, yeah, I would definitely want to know about that because there's a ton of great stuff on there. Okay, Yeah, whatever is down here is... Yeah, you know where it is? It's down here with Moni. I don't want to go down there and play with Moni. When was even the last time that I saved at this point? Because it feels like a long time ago. And it probably wasn't. Monitor room where they keep the monitor lizards. Pharadoxin is saying there's a lot of story, so I feel like there's something there for people who love story, or if you just want to run around and grind. Isn't it amazing when they can do a game that appeals to both audiences? For me, running around and grinding is, like, if I have friends that I can sort of, like, sit and talk with, that's the best. I also know that Final Fantasy XIV picked up a huge amount of popularity, like, during the start of the COVID pandemic, when everybody was sort of at home, because it was something free that people could stream with their friends who suddenly had a lot of time at home on their hands. Sorry, let me just reorient on where I am. Yeah, I can't go out to Upper Waterway yet, unless I can. Which I can, because we unlocked that door. Which is right behind me. Okay. Moni wants to give you babies you don't want from her. True. Yeah. I definitely don't want to interact with Moni. And, like, don't get me wrong, we're gonna need to go down there. But, like, if that guy's down there and maybe he doesn't see me, then maybe I can go down here and we can find out what, if anything, is available to us. Carol Luna is saying that he's grinding really hard in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. Basically no story progress. But that's... I feel like there, and again, look, we talked a little bit about this. I am now opining on a game that I've not played, so don't take this as gospel. But isn't, like, the big thing in MechWarrior 5, like, the story is the characters that you bring together and the victories that you win? Like, I know that there's an actual story, but isn't a lot of it, like... Should I try to pull over there? Sure. Hold on. Maybe he won't see me. No, he saw me. And, well, I mean, I'll take it. But, so now we've got water babies. Serpentine, Elliot. Ugh. Okay, I don't know how to... Nope. Yeah, I'm pretty boned now. So for the raiders, I must confess, I don't have any idea on how to deal with these things. Like, shoot them with all of the ammo that I have is certainly option 1. Also option 2, get poison puked into my face. That also, that's a way in which they can be dealt with. And now we're gonna try to, like, run past. Ugh. Fen Almighty ran away. Yes, it's good to know that I'm not far off in my attempts. So, I do have a poison... Yeah, so that's... How am I on the upper waterway and I can't get down to the lower waterway through there? Whatever. I do have a poison cure, but I just don't have it on me.
Get free!
Yeah, this is gonna get worse before it gets better. Pharadoxin is saying that Resident Evil is good at making gross monsters. Especially this one. Like... I think that they did such a... This is like a weird sentence to say, but they did such a good job with the violence, with the gore mechanics. The monsters are, like... gooey and juicy in a way that makes them really satisfying to fight because there's so much feedback on when you hit them. They're not bone dry zombies that just like give off a... I have no idea how to get back to anything resembling a save point, by the way, to where my health point is. So am I... When you're poisoned, I actually don't know this. I think that I made it through my A-side playthrough without ever actually getting poisoned. So when you're poisoned, is it that you slow down from time to time, or will I eventually die from this?
Stop, toxin.
Yeah, well, I'd love to stop the toxin. I need, go up there. Oh, and that'll take me to the... Yeah, hold on. Yes, hello to Blobdy Blah, who says describing them as juicy makes me very uncomfortable. I don't know of another word for them. Like, you shoot them and they just, like, peel open like an overripe orange. Spatman saying, I reckon I shall visit the sleep chamber shortly. Everybody have a great night. Sleepeth tight, everyone, specifically. Okay, hold on. Now, so I've got some blue herbs. So I think I just want a regular blue herb, right? I don't want, like, the one that makes me more immune to that. What was this one, by the way? It reduces damage taken and guards against poison for a short period. Well, I definitely want that, but not right now. Let's take out that, and we're gonna just gnaw on this blue herb ourselves. Okay. Well, we can watch the video cassette. I picked that up.
Please, stop. Stop. No. Over here, you freak! Don't hurt him.
Just the close-up shot of now the rats.
That.
The rats are eating the, like, G virus, or whatever that is. The bad virus. So, I'm not sure how that went for me. I'm just going to throw down another save. So, yeah, so you guys who might have rated over, we last played this in March of 2020, and then I decided to pick up the second side playthrough in October of 2022. So it's like, it's a mode that seems to assume some level of familiarity with what came before, and here I am playing it 2.5 years later, and it's like, I remember Zilcho. It's really coming in from a fresh perspective. Spatman is saying, you will lose HP from poison, but I believe it can't finish you off. Oh, wow, we used up the crank and the video cassette. All right, I've still got the rook thing because I am carrying it around in case I need it. Oh, and a half. I had the high-capacity handgun for the specific purpose of shooting the river monsters and then forgot to do that. All right, let's reload my flame gun. And I will say this, for those of you who have just stopped by, I have lots of gunpowder. I haven't actually used gunpowder for anything yet. Similar to my first playthrough, I'm sort of trying to hold on to it. So, when I leave here... Oh! Can I get to dial lock? How would I get to dial lock from here? It's upstairs. Because now we know the code. I think... No, that's downstairs. I honestly don't know how to get there from here. Let's see if we can get to dial lock, because I actually know the code now. We found that. Fen Almighty is saying, aha, trying to, aiming to finish in 2026. Yeah, I figure what we'll do is, like, after this, we'll do the A-side Claire playthrough, and then the B-side Leon playthrough. So if we average about 2 years apart, that sounds about right. Yeah, 2026. No, what we'd probably do after finishing the B-side is, for the very first time, play the Resident Evil 3 remake. but we were actually talking about that a little bit ago. That does not appear to have been as well received as this one was. So that's why it hasn't been... Yeah, this doesn't go where I want it to. That's why, like, doing the B side of this was preferable. Also, never played Final Fantasy 7 or 8. So those are also on the docket for someday soon. Fennis saying that they cut a lot of content from the original Resident Evil 3. Like, so I'm not familiar with the original. What would you say is the percentage that they cut of either story or like gameplay content? Did they cut out like 20% of what was usually there? 40%? Was it more than that? All right. So this staircase goes down, and it goes down to here, which is where I've been. I would very much like to go get those high-powered rounds. I did just save it. I did just save it, so let's give this a shot. So we know there's a monster between here and there. Let's equip our high-powered gun that I've never even fired before. Ben Doxson is saying, if FF7 is Final Fantasy 7, are you planning on playing the original or the remake? So, we did play the original. Oh, cool, he's way down there. Hold on. That's going to make this really easy. I played through the remake, and we actually have a full playlist up here on Twitch. It was very good. However, I never played the original, so some of the things that people were talking about that was different from what the original story was, just sort of like blew right past me. I enjoyed it very much for the game that it was, and very much look forward to like the next part of it, which I know has been announced and named, but I just don't remember. Isn't it like Final Fantasy VII Requiem or like... Gosh, what did they call that? Ben Almighty is saying, good. It's been a while since I played the OG Resident Evil 3, but I don't know, 25 to 30%, random guess. They skipped at least a whole section, though. Yikes. I wonder, like, why? Like, what was it that they thought made it a good idea to cut that much content out? That leads to the lower waterway, which I don't think I've been to, and I need to get to. So, we're going to... Now, there's a zombie up there, so this is really going to be unpleasant. Rebirth. Yeah, I am looking forward to that, because I know that the original Final Fantasy VII didn't end at Midgard, and there's like a whole rest of the game, and I don't know anything about that. So I'm very much looking forward to it. My take on Final Fantasy VII was, and I talked about a lot about this when we played it. First of all, that game looks as good in motion as the best CGI trailers did during the entirety of my upbringing. Like, that game just looks absolutely amazing. It looks like concept art from a different game. Also, I really like the characters, I really like the voice acting, and I like the structure of it in that it just felt like it had a lot of different ways to mix things up so that it never felt like you were doing the same thing for too long. In particularly old school JRPGs, but sometimes in RPGs in general, it just feels like sometimes you are engaged with the same set of core mechanics for a really long time, and that puts a huge amount of pressure on the story to see you all the way through. And then, you know what? This leads us back here. How did I miss the high-powered rounds on a second try? But what Final Fantasy VII Remake does is all of those things. It's got a great story, and the actual gameplay mechanics, like, get mixed up so frequently that although it's like the combat system is the same, the context for it is always so different. Where, I mean, I don't want to give too much away in an unrelated, I don't want to give spoilers, but it just felt like it was very smartly designed in a way that felt consistently engaging. The thing that took me a while to get accustomed to, and I remember the episode where I sort of talked about this, is that when I first started playing it, because it looks like an action game, I was treating it like an action game, and that led to some difficulties with the combat at first. And then when I realized, well, no, this really is like a bunch of, like, the way that it's structured is more about doing the auto attacks to charge up your specials and then using the specials at opportune times to get the maximum benefit out of it. That's more of an RPG, and that's the way that it was intended to be played. Okay, so what the hell is that sound? Oh, he's down there. Well, he can stay down there. Lil Mama, I think that is asking, how is the game so far? The game is very good. It is very hard. I talked a lot about this, especially at the end of the A-side playthrough, and I hope that you're doing well, Lil Mama. Resident Evil, like, this game is what I would have envisioned in my head when somebody said that the original Resident Evil, original Resident Evil 2, that they are survival horror games. Because I feel like the PlayStation games, what they actually were like, they were puzzle games with a horror theme and like monsters that would try to get you and stuff. But a lot of emphasis on the puzzle. I need light. Okay. Very little reason to believe that guy is dead. Or down. Paradoxin is saying, I think the gameplay of Final Fantasy VII is done really well. I'm not a huge fan of traditional turn-based stuff, so I liked it. Yeah, it was very engaging, and one of the most, like, satisfying things is the fact that they let you control any character that's in your party. That's another way where they, like, keep it fresh, where if all you had to control was Cloud Strife, I feel like that... It's not that it wouldn't have been fun, but the fact that they also let you be Barrett and Tifa and Aerith and probably others. Jesse? Did you play as Jesse at some point? I don't remember. Where like, and you can just like change these characters at will and control them in combat. So what am I trying to get to specifically? I've got the Rook, but I feel like that's not enough because I don't have a king or a queen. No, that's not possible. That's not possible. That I've walked past this 5 times. No. What the hell? Okay. Sewers. Where am I? I am here. So if I wanted to go back there to get that ammo that I keep forgetting... Probably back the other way? And like Tifa in particular is so much fun to be in that game. Like her whole combat system. And here's the other thing. All of the characters have like different mechanics to them. I didn't mean to like turn this into like a Final Fantasy VII section, but like it's not just that they have different animations, they have different baseline mechanics. Where like, son of a bitch. No, go, Claire. All right. Yeah, if I go back through Workroom, I can ride down and get those bullets that I keep forgetting about. Jody K is saying that you should play OG Final Fantasy VII. So, I know that the original Final Fantasy VII looked really good at the time that it came out. I had a friend who was super into it, really looked forward to it, just consumed any information that he could get about the Japanese release, and was so looking forward to it. To me, I really didn't get along with the way that the graphics were on the original PlayStation. And as I say that, that is not me, like, I like to point this out. That's not me having some sort of, like, weird, it's not a System Wars thing. I love the PlayStation 2, and I love the Xbox, and I had a great time with the PlayStation 3. Didn't necessarily love it, but I had some really good games on it. I am not dedicated to one console or another. The original PlayStation, like, and the same thing for like the Saturn too. Like, it can be a fine system, but I just couldn't with those graphics. I just couldn't. I would like this guy to come in here so I can kite him around the table and then run past without shooting him at all. Unfortunately, he is, even by zombie standards, very stupid. Ronan is saying I'm actually waiting for them to release all the Final Fantasy VII parts before I try it. I'm going to be playing it on the PlayStation 6. They really do not feel particularly hurried, do they? This is not a Lord of the Rings situation where they were like developing them all back to back to back and had like a tight schedule on where they'd be out. They were like, well, let's get Final Fantasy VII Remake out there, and then we'll take a break and do something else or whatever. Like, who knows what that team went off to do? Hopefully they're not just crunching endlessly. So I don't know how to get back to Dialogue, and I feel like I've been walking down the same set of corridors 5 or 6 times now just trying to get those stupid bullets. So if I go back through where I just... No, monitor room is somewhere else. I'm here. There's workroom. Workroom leads down to workroom lift. And then I could take lower walkway up here, which would then take me back to monitor room. Where, I mean, I do have the thing, and did I just never try that door? No, that's the door that's locked until you do this puzzle, I think. So, now wait a second, though. I don't feel like I have the pieces to do that puzzle. So where else do you go? If I could get to control room, I could get that lock. And that's up lower waterway. Okay, let's go open up that key if I can. So I am here. And I want to get back to workroom lift, which means going back past this asshole. Great. Blobby Blah is saying, Angel does not see console types. He loves each equally. I really do. Like, even, like, I had a great time with the Wii U. This is going to be a hot take, and I would not recommend that anybody ever buy a system, a console, for 1 or 2 games. But for me, personally, just Wind Waker HD and the Twilight Princess HD remake, just those were worth it for a Wii U. The Wii U was an underrated system with very bad marketing, but the games on it, of course you would be down this way. And this is the way that I want to go if I want to get to Dialogue. So, I don't know, man. Alright. Well, let's give this a shot. Let's pick up high capacity, high impact revolver. Is there any way to get around this thing without shooting it? Oh, hello to Harmonious Crow. Hold on, I gotta get out of the water. Jody K played Final Fantasy VII on 3 discs on the PlayStation 1. And by the way, like Final Fantasy VII looked substantially better to me than most PlayStation 1 games because the polygons were okay. That was such a great miss. These bullets are more valuable than human souls, and I just threw one away. Okay, well, it did knock the cover off of his eyeball. Get up. Come on, get up. Fox McCloud says old Final Fantasy VII feels better than the new. Yeah, I don't know. I had a great time with the new one. Is that enough? Are you dead? This feels like, it feels like such a losing battle to try to fight these things, but I don't know how else to... Well, I really shouldn't have expected him to move, should I? Okay, that looked like a death throw, and all it took was every last bullet for this gun. Oh, and Fen Almighty was saying that you could run right past it if you're quick. So, these areas, like if I could get him, like, right here, I feel like I'd have enough space to do it, but even when he pauses to, like, cough up those little babies that, like, swim at you, I feel like it would... I feel like if you get close enough, he just suddenly grabs you and, like, vomits poison in your face. Is that not how it works? Like, is there another way to, like... Is there a point in his sort of whole animation cycle when you can get past him? Because, yeah, this was very, very expensive from an ammunition standpoint to get here. And I don't know that I feel good about it. Okay. So, Moo had put it in chat, but she has probably gone on. We found the key code for this. Nope. It was like a concert promotion. Oh. Okay. Oh, was it in the sewer? Hold on. There we go. So SZF. Done. What did we get? It's... Hold on, how many bullets is it? Oh, dude, 100 bullets? Please. That was definitely worth... Like, we spent a lot of bullets to get in here, but I'll take 100 submachine gun bullets. Oh, and Moo actually remembered it. SZF. Fen Almighty says, that one in particular, when he was just chilling at the end of the tunnel, you can just run up to him and then climb the ledge before he can do anything. I did it multiple times. Can't speak for the others that you encounter, though. Well, I'll tell you what, that will be legitimately really valuable if I wind up reloading, which may yet happen, because, yeah. So, here's a rhetorical question. Let me make sure. Yeah, so I've got the thing piece. Let's... Hold on. Move. So I've got the rook piece. I guess I bring this back. It doesn't feel like enough pieces to do the puzzle since I don't have the king and queen, but maybe... You don't need them right now. And then there's the... Oh, supply storage room. Yeah, this has got to be it. That's where I've got to go. That's down past Moni. Remember him? So, yeah. Now it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to get down there, which is going to be... Yeah. Okay. It's the date with Destiny that we were trying to delay. Man, Moo has a great memory. SFZ. SZF. Because I read it out loud like 3 times when we found it. It's like, I know I'm not going to remember this. Well, on the plus side, since he is dead now, hopefully that means that we can traverse this area for as long as we need to and not get got by that guy. Okay, so... Yeah, I want to go this way. Oh, and so I'm sorry if I missed it, but in Final Fantasy XIV, what's your, like, main class? Like, our good friend JV McMaster, he was playing a monk, and the monk looked like a ton of fun to play. Or Job. I guess they're called Jobs in that. He made Monk look like a lot of fun to play. I earnestly don't know what job I would most want to try first. I'd probably wind up doing like a couple false starts to find out what I liked. Moo says that she scrolled up to take a look. Hey, no harm in that. It saved us a trip. I mean, is that him right there? I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to use that button. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, hold on. Why am I not using this? Okay, there's babies in the water, though. I need to not... Fuck. Okay. Well... I guess in the grand scheme of the long arc of history, that could have gone worse. Fen Almighty says, Pugilist for me, because you beat things up. Healer and tank classes are too much responsibility for me. Everyone would die. So I feel the same way, and yet naturally gravitate towards healers. Like if I have other people to play with, healers. It is a lot of responsibility, and it is a lot of stress. I really don't like these guys. I don't know if it spit babies into the water. I don't see them coming. Get the fuck away, dude. Oh, fantastic. Well, this is probably going to be... Oh, left bumper then. I forgot I had this. I am going to want it back, though. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that I can survive being poisoned, but I can survive losing a quarter of my knife health to get past this guy. Ronan is confirming that Pugilist was also his start. And Fen Almighty says, good for beginners. I think, yeah, you can always take on other classes. You're not tied to one. Yeah, that's like the whole thing with like the job system, right? That you don't have to start from scratch to do it. And it's all like one big connected story. I think it sounds great. I feel like that just brings me back, so I don't want to do that right now. I am a fan of games that I feel respect the player's time. Are you kidding? Oh, fuck off. Nope. Nope. Okay. I think we're going to wind up saying goodbye to that knife. Yeah, man. I don't think that I've got enough, ammo to go back in for that guy. Boy, is it frustrating to say goodbye to a knife. Like that. Then Almighty saying, hey, go on, head into the big ominous red doorway. You're stalling. I'm not scared. The car is scared. Oh, hi. This is worth a bullet, I assume. Yeah, guys, it's been so long that I really don't remember, like, what Leon's weapons were like. I don't think that he had, like, a flame grenade launcher. I don't think that he had, like, a submachine gun. But it's been so long that I, like, don't remember at all. He had, like, a shotgun. I think he had a pistol and a shotgun. And I think he got, like, a grenade launcher. Not, like, a flame grenade launcher, but, like, a regular one later on. That's my vague memory of it. Okay, so here's the queen, and it's going to take a little bit of practice to figure out, like, what goes where. That's queen, right? Yeah, queen has more like a spiky crown. I think so. Okay, that's king. Let me put queen in here. Oh no! Fox was saying that was his grandmother's knife. I gave it to that zombie. I mean, he really wanted it, if that helps. Fan Almighty saying examine them in... Okay, hold on. It'll label them in the inventory. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, hold on. Let's... I know that we're gonna... What was that? Okay, it's probably nothing. Okay, yeah, let's do these as we pick them up now. Okay, so there's our king plug. Yep, cross on the top. Is there anything else up here? I don't want to drop anything. No, this looks like everything. Hold on, I heard a body hit the floor. Okay, no, that was so fair, you guys.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm fucked. Okay. Nope. That might be it. I'm all out of knives. Fan Almighty's going. Yeah, like, I look down there, I hear there's bad guys around. I'm like, okay, I just heard something. Let me look down there. No, looks all clear. Jump down, just immediate zombie in the neck. Okay, where the hell is this? This is like a million years ago, it feels like. Oh my god! Okay, you guys, that might be it. This is a long ways back. I can accept some setbacks, but yikes. Okay, let's do some cleanup. We're gonna discard. Yeah, hold on. Let's, Yeah, Fan Almighty says pain. Fox is saying you have a stock on that Mac, but not using it? Is that... Oh, is that the, this thing? Yeah, I'm not sure. Fan Almighty says... Oh, no, Fan, actually, and this is serious, I appreciate you not warning. I really do. Let's... Hold on, let's examine this while we're thinking of it. And... Okay, let's get set up for what the next run is going to be. we need something that's going to like give us some sort of like I feel like this is maybe a good time to have this, or maybe a blue one. Yeah. Yeah, let's grab a blue herb. We're going to carry that now so that we have it. If I get poisoned, it won't be too disruptive. The reason I'm hesitant to use this other one is this one says that not only does it, it reduces damage taken. And I feel like I want to pop that during like a later boss battle. I remember some of those getting pretty rough. So yeah, from there, I feel like that's a good place to save it. What would it be if I wanted to go ahead? Like, we know where we're going now, I feel like. Oh, wait, unless I still have to go get... Hold on. Yeah, look at how much... Okay, no, this is going to be a good place to call it. That is, that's a lot to go back and deal with. So, we will be back for some more Resident Evil 2 in the days to come. That was just... That's a solid 20-25 minutes of progress, which really hurts. Carolina says, no spoilers is a very big thing for me in some of the channels around here. Yeah, no, seriously, Fen Almighty, I'm so glad for the raid. I'm so glad that we got to meet you, and the decision not to warn, big thumbs up. I really mean it, because that was very cool. That, isn't it, think about, like, yeah, I died there, but isn't that more fun than having somebody like tell you in advance, okay, no, you want to go back down and around? Because like it was legitimately funny to get like just got by that zombie so immediately as it came down. As he says, yeah. Oh, and I'm so sorry, Fen Almighty, he or she, or they, you just let me know. But as Fen Almighty says, it's part of the experience. And that's what we love doing here, is sharing the ride through the whole adventure together, and that includes sometimes just getting got. Fen Almighty does say he. Okay, will do. So what we're gonna do is find somebody fun to raid. I want to send a big thanks to Dan Snacks and also Fen Almighty for the raids. I think Patikin might have raided, maybe Caroluna. Somebody else I think raided over earlier, and I feel really bad about forgetting that. But what happened was the brief technical issues that we had at the beginning, followed by the major technical issues when the stream dropped out, that sort of like knocked a bunch of my memory out as to what happened. But this was a good long stream, and what I'm going to do is go grab some dinner and then get ready for what portends to be a very busy work week. Thank you guys very much for hanging out for this episode of Resident Evil 2, and we will see you again hopefully in the streams to come, and I'm going to go check out some Fen Almighty after this as well. Until next time, you guys, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great night.